seasons of not being in a storm is always a good time to decide who you are. But there is hope. You know, in the middle of a storm, one of the things that the sailors did on this ship is that it's a nautical term called frapping.
Yeah,
they frapped the hull of the ship. They undergirded that hull to keep it from breaking apart. So they used ropes. Now, some poor sailor had to jump off in the middle of a storm, right, and tie ropes around the hull of a ship. But they did that to hold it together. And so I took it, like, what can I do how can I brace up my life, even in the midst of the storm, because the storm is raging. And so one of the ways that, you know, you brace up your life is just believing the truth about who God is. Because the facts are not always the truth. You know, 10 years ago, I was diagnosed with cancer and navigated that battle. And so the fact is, I had cancer. There was a tumor in my body, right? But the truth is that Jesus paid the price for me to be healed and whole. So I could focus on the fact, or I could trust what I knew about the truth about who God is. And it's not, I don't live in fantasy land. I know there are real situations that people face, but we all have a decision about where we put our thoughts, about where they dwell. And so for me, one of the things that you can do in a storm is find out the truth about what God says about your situation, whether it's finances or marriage. And, you know, if you've been married longer than 10 minutes, you've had a storm in your marriage. And so figure out what the truth about God says about marriage and do the best that you can to focus your mind on that.